I'm going to tell you a story. There was this one time when I was a kid, and I grew up out in the middle of nowhere. It's called St. Ground, Kentucky. And one day, it started raining, and it didn't stop raining. And in the water in the creek, it just kept rising and rising and rising. They told us it didn't flood when we moved out there, but it did flood. It flooded a lot. And I had a canoe. That was my thing when I was a kid. I would just get in the canoe and I'd take off. This time the river was so high, I actually started like canoeing over top of the fences. And then it got really weird because all the little creatures started to die. Everything that lived in the field, the mice. And I found these moles that were stranded up on the bank of the river. And so, like any kid, I wanted a pet mole. So I took 2 moles and I put them in a bucket and a towel and made sure that they were nice and comfy. And then, I had 2 pet moles. I was so happy because everybody loves a pet mole. They have these great big feet and they like to eat bugs. And so, in a kid's mind, there's an endless supply of bugs, and that now I'll always be able to feed my mole. And then I got up in the morning and I didn't have 2 moles in the bucket. I had 1 mole and 4 big feet. And 1 fat mole and 4 big feet. And it turns out that moles don't really like each other very much. And they don't like to share each other's toys. If you put them in a bucket together, they'll eat each other. I didn't expect that. And so I cried. I did think that it was interesting that the mole chose not to eat the other mole's feet. So he was a very discerning cannibal. And that's the end of my story. So if you ever are canoeing over fences and you catch 2 moles, I would suggest not putting them in the same bucket together. Okay,